How would you like some science today? I'm gonna I'm gonna give you some science today. Okay, most of you know that I have an instant pot. It's one of those electric countertop cookers that can be used as a pressure cooker or as a slow cooker. You can use as a rice cooker, make stew and soup in it and so forth. One of the functions is yogurt. You can make yogurt in it. And I don't like the results. I can't get the results as consistently as I want to. That's been the problem. And I think there's a couple of reasons why. Well, first of all, I think it's because I'm using a plastic liner. I'm trying to keep the pot looking as shiny as possible, the inner pot, to keep it looking nice in videos. In fact, I keep working on it a little bit, polishing it here and there, trying to restore it to the original mirror-like finish it had when I bought it. Not that it matters all that much, but I like my cookware to look good in videos. Okay, so I've been using plastic liners. Well, that might not be the best idea for yogurt. For one thing is you have to stir the starter yogurt into the heated milk mixture. And I'm afraid of stirring too much because I'm afraid of tearing the liner. Then I have milk drying out on my inner pot. I'm fussing about some things. And that's okay. It doesn't destroy my quality of life, and therefore it's not a disorder. Anyways, I got this idea. I thought, well, rather than using a liner, why don't I make yogurt similar to how I cook some things in my pressure cooker? I have a regular stovetop pressure cooker, a big one, a Kuhn beautiful pressure cooker. I bought a cheap one at Costco, and I got to use it about a dozen times before the steam pressure regulator failed. Cheap, made in China, plastic. So I bought a really expensive one, a Kuhn. I want to say I spent $210 for it, but I think they're up over $250 now. I bought mine several years ago, and it was Kuhn. I'll put the name down there for you in case you want to look it up. Well, sometimes I cook something small or a small volume of food in the pressure cooker. So like, for example, if I want to cook some brown rice, I don't need to make a big pot of brown rice, just a small amount for something that I need brown rice for, a recipe like stuffing, brown rice, wild rice, sausage, breadcrumbs. You don't even need the breadcrumbs because the rice, along with the sausage meat, makes a great stuffing. Plenty of sage, plenty of onion. Anyways, I'll do something what's called pot in pot cooking, or pan in pan, but I think it's pot in pot. What you do is you use something small, like this. This is a stainless steel bowl. You put some water in the bottom of the pressure cooker. You put your rice and plenty of water, stock in this thing, and then you put a trivet in the bottom of the pressure cooker. To raise it up a little bit off the bottom, you lower this down inside, put your lid on, and you can cook brown rice, which normally takes 40 to 45 minutes to cook, 15 minutes. If you cook it in a pressure cooker, it's very convenient. So I thought, well, why not use this for making yogurt? So I don't need that plastic liner. This will get all the milk in it. I don't have to worry about destroying the looks of my inner pot. Well, it still didn't work very well. I put the trivet inside, and it's supposed to cook at about, or I shouldn't say cook, it's supposed to set up, cultivate at about 110 degrees inside the Instant Pot. But I checked it with a thermometer. I have a nice digital thermometer, and I know it's accurate. In fact, I checked the accuracy of it just to make sure. You put the tip in boiling water to see if it'll register 212 degrees Fahrenheit, 100 degrees Celsius. Put the tip in a glass of ice water after the ice has really cooled down the water to see if it'll register 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. And that's an indication that your thermometer is accurate, or at least accurate enough. I would test the milk, and it would be like 88, 90, 92, 95 degrees. It wasn't really being warmed enough. And I'm like, what's going on? Maybe it's because the pot isn't coming into contact with the liquid, the Instant Pot, because it's all in here. And then I got the idea, well, maybe I need to put some water in the bottom like I do in my pressure cooker. And then I got the idea. What if I were to put enough water in there, plenty of water in there, so that this bowl literally floats on top of the water, not really high up, but just floats, so that the whole bowl, at least with the milk in it, where the milk comes up to, is bathed. I shouldn't say, yeah, it's a water bath, is in a water bath of warm water. The thing is, water transfers heat much more efficiently than air. That's why you can reach into a 450 degree oven with a pot holder and pull something out, and your hand doesn't get all burned. 450 degrees. But you know better than to plunge your hand into a pot of boiling water, which is less than half that, 212 degrees. You'll scald your hand really badly, because water and steam transfers heat very rapidly, whereas air is a poor conductor of heat. So I did that. I set it up with plenty of water in there, got the water hot enough, right around 105, 110 degrees, put my yogurt pot in there, mixed in the yogurt really well, the starter yogurt, and with my milk. After I prep the milk, you have to heat the milk up to 185 degrees first to denature some of the proteins, and also to make sure that it's safe as far as bacteria goes. It's like pasteurizing the milk. Even though it's pasteurized, it comes pasteurized in the carton, it's better to pasteurize it up to 185 degrees. And then put that in there, put the lid on, and it worked. It came out really well. So those of you who have an Instant Pot, if you use it for yogurt, and if you're not getting the consistent results that you'd like, try it. Try using pot in pot, stainless steel bowl. You have to sterilize this in the pot, the same as you would sterilize the Instant Pot. You put it in there, put some water, and you set it to sterilize for like 5 minutes. Let it cool down. Then you can set up to make your yogurt. And I just heated the milk on the stove. I didn't even bother to heat it in the Instant Pot, which will do that. It'll actually heat the milk and pasteurize it. I just did it on the stove to save time. So it worked. It worked. So that's an idea of what you can do as far as making yogurt in an Instant Pot if you're not getting the kind of results that you want. Okay, more science. More science. I've got these citrus trees, and I've mentioned them in my blog, and I think I might have even shown pictures in an earlier vlog. Someone gave me some citrus trees, and someone gave me some really nice outdoor planters. They're big planters that I put the trees in. The person who gave me the trees, she had them in 5-gallon cans, 5-gallon buckets. They were going to plant them, but then her husband got a job in Florida, so they moved from California to Florida. She obviously couldn't take the citrus trees with her because of how the state, both Florida and California, have laws controlling the passage of agriculture into and out of the state. So she gave them to me as free. And what I've been wanting to do, because I have that one that's a Buddha's hand. I've showed you the Buddha's hand. It's this really strange looking fruit. It's an interesting looking tree, but I don't have any use for the fruit. And that's my best tree as far as producing fruit. That's produced a lot of fruit. One of them has 2 big round citrus things on it. I'm assuming they're going to be grapefruits. I didn't even know it was a grapefruit tree. I know about the dwarf tangerine. That's got 1 tangerine on it that's almost ripe, and another one over at that corner of my house. I know that's an orange tree. I think it's navel orange, because that's had 2 ripe oranges on it so far, and there's 2 on it right now that are almost ripe, and I've tasted those. The others I'm just not sure about. Is one a key lime? I'm not really certain. So, and there's another one that is supposed to be lemon, but I've yet to see any lemons come off it. So here's what I'm thinking. Grafting, they call it a cocktail citrus tree. Grafting different types of citrus twigs onto the tree. What you do is you cut the branch a certain way, and then you attach a twig, a good sized branch. They call it a scion. It's a good size, hopefully a thick branch, and then you wrap it really well with grafting tape. You can wrap an elastic band around it to really hold it while it's healing. And then you can wrap it again with grafting tape, and even put some tin foil over it to keep the light out so that the light doesn't dry it out. The grafting tape is transparent. Anyways, the first graft didn't take. It's supposed to heal thoroughly in 3 weeks. After 2 weeks, I just wanted to see if it was going to do any good because I wasn't seeing any growth. I wasn't seeing anything happen. I decided to open it up. It didn't take at all. So, and it was starting to turn brown on the end. So I read my notes. I looked online to see how it was done again. And my neighbor's got a mandarin orange tree. And he says, if you need any branches for doing grafting, take as many as you want because he's going to cut that tree way back for next year. He thinks if he prunes it really well, it'll give him a better crop of oranges next year. I think that, well, no, they're not mandarin orange because mandarin orange is easy peel. So tangerines, I think, are in the mandarin orange family. These are not easy peel, but they're delicious. They're very good orange flavor to them. Anyways, he says take as many as you want as far as branches before he trims it back. So that's what I'm trying to do. But then I learned something. Sometimes a little bit of research is okay, but don't research too much. Turns out it is against the law in California to graft branches from a neighbor's tree onto your tree. And the reason why is because California is very concerned about disease that could affect the citrus crop in California. I live in a mobile home park. There are no citrus groves around me. Way down, there are some, I think. What we have is mostly avocado orchards. There are no citrus groves here. They used to be. 30, 40 years ago, there were a lot of citrus groves in this part of California. But now they're all avocados. People took the citrus trees out and put in avocados because it's more profitable. Avocados sell for a lot more than lemons do. In fact, we had a big lemon company that would process the lemons right here in town. And that's all been closed down. I don't know what's in that building now, if the building is even standing. But I'm thinking what to do. Should I do it anyways? I'm going to do it anyways. I don't want to break the law. I mean, you saw me cauterize my own nose, and I worried about the FBI knocking on my door, and they haven't done it yet. Because that swab that I use is available only by prescription. I didn't have a prescription. They sent it to me. They sent me a package of 100. So I don't know. But I'm thinking of just that one tree and then using it to do a cocktail. So different kinds of oranges. I have one guy in the park. I don't know whether he'll give me a branch now. I want to get the technique of grafting down first. I did another couple of grafts. I'm going to see if those are going to take. I got to figure out what's going to work. And then if I can get it so that it's working. He's got a Meyer lemon. I'd like to get a branch off of his tree. And then I'd like to buy some limes. And then from the seeds, start the the lime tree going. It's not going to go very far because they just don't really do well from seed. You can grow them, but they don't do as well from seed as if you graft it onto a really good disease-resistant rootstock. But if I grow it up enough, I might get enough of a branch that I can cut it off and graft that onto my Buddha's hand tree. That's the plan. Hopefully it'll work because I know this is growing time because his tree is sprouting new branches. My tree is sprouting new branches. So I know it's starting its growth spurt. Even though it's early, it's still January, but this is California. It's either spring or summer here. I like to say there's only 2 seasons here, summer and sort of summer. It's Southern California. It's always warm. It's always pleasant. Not that I'm bragging about it, but it's beautiful here. Anyways, that's the plan for that tree. So there's some science, the science of working out how to make yogurt and get successful results every single time. I think I got that one solved. And the science of learning how to do grafting to turn my Buddha's hand tree into a cocktail citrus tree. So that's my vlog for today, my kitchen vlog. If you like what you're listening to, please subscribe, maybe tell others about it, and thanks for listening.